So there are a lot of people who play this game. There's like PVMers who... Wait, what? There's an element of this game that often gets overlooked and a section of the player base that not often gets talked about, and that's the people like me who play this game for people like this guy. We play this game for the banter and for the sense of community, and recently RuneScape announced a new update that is entwined with the clan update called the Clan Hangout. I love that random people come hunt me down. This is exactly the point of this video. This guy is the reason this game's so great. No other game have I played where there's just this sense of community. Sorry, this guy's pogging with me. We're speaking in the native tongue of Twitch streamers. And I thought today, to help the jmods out, I want to design my ideal clan hangout. I don't want a clan hangout to be something that people do to benefit themselves in game, you know? I want people to go to this place purely to hang out with their clan members and to have fun. It's not like a POH where you get your max POH to increase the efficiency of this game. I want the clan hangout to decrease the efficiency of the game and to bring back what I love about it so much. This guy's woolalooing on a tree. It's gonna turn into a red tree in a second. Oh no, and now he's converting my tree. This isn't even a woodcutting episode. This is just what happens when I log onto any account. So far they've released these images here. And they're doing a vote. There's a poll at the moment. Please vote for the normal one because the other two... I don't want to be a fucking vampire or an elf. Would you like to know a secret? Yes? It only took 3 minutes for this fucking video to be derailed. This is not my real... Oh my god, he's been lying to me. Let's actually get to the brainstorming. So in these pictures, we can see that there's a big hall. I think that every good part of this game needs a bar. I've worn the mask so long. I fucking love this guy. I forgot my real name. So with this bar, I've had a few ideas. I would love it to be player run, you know? So you get to the clan hangout and then someone can go behind the bar and become the bartender. And there can be like this mini game, like the Hasidia's House Kitchen, where they make the meals and the beers for people. And then like you have everyone sitting on little stools as someone like hands the beers over. Adding elements of roleplay into this game just fucking goes so long. Is this guy gonna sell me a Toyota? If you have like a Hasidia's House Kitchen mini game where someone's behind the bar, someone's in the kitchen potentially creating these dishes, you could even have a washing up area. So like the plates, you can't drop them, you can't destroy them, you can only leave them around the clan hangout, and you could even bank them. There you go, he's talking about the clan hall. But we could even add a garage. But like, imagine I have 20 dishes or something. There's only a limited number of dishes. And I cook 20 meals for my 20 clan members. And we all sit on the dining hall and eat dinner. And then afterwards, we have to do and wash up the dishes. And like, it could be time consuming. Maybe even you can't pick up the plates. No, I feel like it'd be funny to have people could take their plates away, put them in their bank, and then we have to hunt people down to figure out where all the plates are. I'm not really selling this idea. How about this? There's a better idea I had is a garden or a greenhouse. And in this garden or greenhouse, plants that grow. And it takes like a week for them to reach full maturity. These feathered rats defy gravity. This guy's adding all the comedy for us. Fuck, if this was a woodcutting video, this would be great. I would milk this guy for content for 20 minutes. But... I have a point, man. But imagine a greenhouse where it takes a week for the plants to grow and you have to water them once a day or something, and anyone can water them. So like you have to log in once a day to the clan hangout and maintain this sort of greenhouse area. How cool would it be to watch the plants slowly wither and die if you neglect them, or like watch them flourish? And maybe the bigger they get, the more watering it requires. So maybe you have to start watering it every hour to maintain the biggest plant. Like imagine logging on every day to water the plants at the clan hangout. There's like a guy at the bar who's just drinking. There's a guy who's just hanging out in like the games room playing Rune Link. I just think it'd be really cool to have this reason to go there every day that doesn't give you XP. Maybe it gives you like a negligible amount of farming XP. Maybe even plants around the front of the house too. Like all around the house there's random plants, and the more you water them, the more you maintain them, the more they grow and the more impressive they get. Maybe even bees, like just things that you can maintain. Or even like a farm dog. Like imagine, no, that's a bit dark, but imagine having a house dog in the clan hangout. Oh my god, I love this idea. Like a little pet that you have to look after. If you don't like bathe him, he'll get smelly. If you don't feed him, he'll get like skinny. If you feed him too much, he'll get fat. That's gonna be so hard to fucking program, but that would be so great, just having a dog roaming around. I just feel like maintaining things in the clan hangout is the key here. But imagine like a games room. I'm pretty sure they're gonna add this, but imagine we have a room where you can do Rune Link with the clan, just in like maybe even like a basement, like a cool games basement, and they could add things like chess. I know I was talking to one of the jmods who was working on moving the games room to the GE. Actually, I might not be allowed to say that. If I'm not allowed to say that, DM me, jmod. I know they were talking about adding chess to the games room, but the problem is it's such like intense spaghetti code, and programming chess would be a nightmare, so maybe they can't do that. But imagine coming home from the clan hall, there's a dude at the bar, there's someone watering the plants, someone's feeding the dog and playing ball, and then there's like 2 guys in the corner playing chess. And here's another idea I had. Imagine out the front or in the fireplace, there's a bonfire. You can add logs to the bonfire that you have to cut on the premises. Like there's a new type of tree called the clan tree or something. That's dumb. I'm not paid to come up with names. But imagine this tree that you cut down and you collect these logs. And then the more logs you add to the fire, the bigger it is. And then like every minute or so, it burns a log. And then once you reach like a threshold, the fire gets bigger and more impressive. Like imagine you could walk in there, cut down 100 logs from a tree. And then if you get to like 5,000 logs from the clan, while it's slowly burning down, you could get to the second level or something. And then you can go further and further, like 10,000 logs, 50,000 logs, 100,000 logs. And if you can maintain the bonfire at 100,000 logs, it was just this, like, you can see it from everywhere. It's lights. There's even maybe chairs around it so you can watch. And then, like, it's this community project to maintain the bonfire to be as big as it can. If you log off for a week and no one visits the clan house for a week, the bonfire goes out because every minute it just burns a log. And then, like, the punks, our CC, these beautiful bastards, these guys could have the best bonfire because obviously we would all fucking cut down trees and add to it. And then we can go to like 9 Rains clan hangout and they've got this shitty little limp bonfire that we shit on them about. Like imagine just this community engagement where it's a project we can all work together. There's no XP, there's no money. Maybe again, negligible XP if you want to do like when you're at Miscellanea, you only get 1 per log. I don't want it to be an XP method to add to the bonfire. I just want it to be a thing of like pride. Like people come here, they go to the clan forest. Maybe there's like a little clan log pile that you can add to if you just want a woodcut. It's not there because it gives you something. It's there through the intrinsic value of community fun. And then that way we can chat in the clan chat and be like, oh fuck, no, the bonfire's going out. No, oh fuck, someone didn't water the plants are dying. Oh fuck, the dog Johnny hasn't been fed today, so he's getting all skinny. Like, imagine that. Rather than the dog dying, my original plan was if you don't feed the dog, it dies. But maybe if you don't feed the dog every day, it'll run off or something. Or maybe like an adoption agency comes and picks up the dog. But imagine like a team pet to look after and team plants to maintain. And like if you don't do the dishes enough, the dishes will start piling up. So someone has to come and clean the dishes. Like there's just cute little home environment. And the thing that I really want is bunk beds. I want a room that's just, it maybe even hammocks. I think everyone wants bunk beds. Everyone loves bunk beds. But imagine a room of 100 bunk beds. And you can have group nap times. I know in my Discord server right now, one of our voice channels is called the nap channel. And I always love it because people go in there and they'll just have a nap. And they'll have like a group nap of 5 people coming and sleeping. But imagine logging onto this game, going to the house, there's a dude playing chess and there's 5 people having naps in bunk beds. And someone's like, dibs top bunk. And maybe there's like an animation cycle that once every half an hour, your character will like wriggle or roll over to the next one. You just watch people sleep. I just want bunk beds. Jagex, if you're watching this and you don't take any other idea from this, the bonfire thing I love and the garden thing I love, I just add the bunk beds. But I just think the key here is like maintenance. It's like a pride thing, you know? Oh, and another thing is a brewery. So there's this game I love called Deep Rock Galactic. And in Deep Rock Galactic, you can collect these rare materials and they do nothing in the game except for allow you to create different kinds of beer. And the different kinds of beer have all these wacky effects. Like one of them, I think, turns off gravity. One of them makes you explode, so you just bounce around the room. One of them, like, makes you dance. One of them, there's a bunch of random things that these beers do. And you collect the ingredients on your journeys. What is this guy spelling something? But I want something like that. So you have this brewery and you can add any item to it, just random items, and you have no idea what those random items will spit out at the end. P for punk. Aww, clan friends. Peever pugs. And we can have a giant pea in the house too, because we're the pugs. Say I've got a lot of just random logs, for example. Say we got a lot of teak logs. And if you put a bunch of teak logs in a barrel and you leave them for 3 days or something, it'll ferment into teak beer. And the teak beer will maybe trigger like the wood cutting animation. Or like you have something that zaps you and it makes you turn into the skeleton like the hit points cake. But just imagine this brewery that anyone can add to. You gotta check on. Maybe once a week you have to like drain the sediment or something. But eventually it shits out this beer. And then it could be a big clan event that every 3 days they come to the clan hall, check on the brewery that's been brewed. And then everyone, like it's a dance one. So everyone breaks into dance when they drink it. Or it's a freezing one. Like you put ice in there that you ferment. And then every character like freezes when they drink it. Or it's like, I don't know, just fun stuff. Like you can get really creative with it. And because this is RuneScape, it's high fantasy. It could be super magical. Like maybe there's a beer that if you ferment, like if you ferment runes or something, like lore runes, and then you drink the beer, it'll teleport you randomly inside the house and you can just like bounce around the clan house. Like imagine that, just this group fermenting thing, which it doesn't give you in-game benefit. Maybe you can't even take it out of the house. It's just fun. It's purely there for fun community value. I just think that'll be amazing. Because imagine logging on, the clan's like, oh, the beers are finally done. I wonder what we're gonna do. And like, because it'll take so long, you'll have no idea what the Wikipedia thing will be. And you can add any items and random stuff happens. Oh yeah, I've also just written down a toilet. I know for a fact that if there's a bathroom, maybe it's just like an outhouse in the garden or the greenhouse, and if you just walk into it, your character disappears for 5 seconds and then walks back out. As something as simple as that, the fucking clan members will eat up. Being able to take a shit in this game. I know it's a meme that there's actually no working toilets in RuneScape, but imagine just taking a shit. You know for a fact everyone would do that. Every time they go to the clan house, they'd go to the toilet and take a shit. And imagine if you had to empty out the toilet once a week. Like if too many people take a shit, you have to clean the outhouse. Imagine even just like cleaning. Like over time, the house gets all grotty and gross and you just have to walk around and wipe things, you know? I just think maintenance. Just having this wonderful house that you can all maintain as a clan. And then like you could have a jail. So if someone in the clan's being a dickhead, or even just a cage. Imagine just a hanging cage in the middle of the room and you can vote as a clan to lock someone in the cage. Or like a dungeon where you can lock people in a dungeon. That could be amazing. And you have a clan vote that if someone's being a prick, they get locked in the dungeon for an hour. They can only be let out maybe through like a mini game or through like a clan vote, and they're just stuck in a jail. The amount my CC would roleplay is insane if you could have a jail down there. To put it in perspective as well, I've had this CC for 2 years. In my peak, when I got my golden gnome, there was over 100 people on this CC every day. It actually got to a problem where random people would get booted when people logged online. I've run a CC. I know what these people love. I know what'll get them engaged. Maybe even like, I was gonna say stripper poles, but that's not right. Maybe like hanging dance pads or even a dance floor where you can set your character to automatically dance. Imagine walking into the clan hall and there's 3 people like in the cages dancing. That's just hanging above the dining room. We can have like an auditorium. In RS3 they have an auditorium. So like they have this area where it has a bunch of seats. The person, me, the leader or whatever, can stand in the middle and have a chat. We've used it a few times. I don't think I would use that much, but you could have an auditorium. I know RS3 actually have like a private meeting hall. I remember once I had a private meeting with about 50 people because I thought that was funny. We had a secret. I was testing how many people you can put in the private meeting room, and you could have an unlimited amount. So we had 50 people just sitting in the private meeting. That could be fun too. But again, I don't think that would get that much use. I think it needs to have intrinsic value, because the reason I love RuneScape is it's sort of an escape, second life away from home, you know? And I just want to have a house with all my friends that we could work on together. We could even have like a boxing room. I know in my POH, whenever I have house parties, which is a lot for someone. I think I probably have the most house parties out of any other person in this game. But the thing that always drags people in is the boxing room. So you could even have maybe like a mini duel arena and you could watch people stake. I know, no, I don't want to promote gambling, but maybe like rather than staking, you can have fights. Maybe if it's even like a lowered pit. So you put 2 people in a pit, they fight to the death, and then the rest of the clan can stand around and cheer and lean on the poles like you do at the duel arena. Like something like that would go ages. People fucking love fighting. I know that for a fact because that's the room that we always hang out with whenever we go to my house. I've also got written down a pool, but I don't know why. I think it'd just be fun to have a pool to swim in. Maybe a pond? Maybe we could have pet fishes. And you have to clean the pond every so often and maintain the pond. Imagine that. Imagine maintaining a little fish pond. Or even like an aquarium. And you have to feed the fish every day or else the fish die. Imagine coming home to the clan house. No one's been on for 3 days and all the fish are dead and all the plants are dead. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta go buy some more fish. You know how you can customize rune armor in this game? A lot of people actually don't, but you can make whatever shields you like with symbols on them. You could have like a clan symbol. Maybe not fully customizable because I think that'll be very difficult for the coding, but like we have a clan symbol and colors and then you can customize your armor for that. I know PKing clans would love that if you could have custom armor and stuff, and it could work like a team cape in the wilderness. Like if you're wearing the certain rune helmet for the clan, that could be like your wilderness team cape. That could be good for PKing clans. Thinking of helping PKers, there could be like a loot bag. You could have this big bag in the center of the room that you put free stuff in. Like after a big PKing trip, you all go home to the clan house, you all get the beer that's been brewing for 3 days to celebrate. And then you can all put your shared loot in this loot bag in the middle that like automatically splits it even. Someone like me, I give away shit to people all the time. I love it. Sometimes I just log on and give someone $1 million. Imagine if in my clan hall, I could just go there and put $10 million. Anyone who wants money can just go and take it out of the loot bag. Just like this shared bank. Like imagine just collecting food for people who love PVM. Like I hate PVM, but I love collecting fish and I don't particularly care about money. So if I could collect and cook fish, then that I could then put in like a clan supply for other people and then they come in and they grab the food that I gave them. That would give me so much value, you know, so much intrinsic value that I know I'm directly helping people in my clan. I don't care about fishing and selling the food because it doesn't feel like I'm actively helping people in my life. But if I was to put all of the food that I cook and collect into a clan supply, that would be amazing. Just knowing that I'm actively helping the people around me. I would fish so much if I knew that it was going to a good cause and not just some random guy I've never met. Imagine being like, oh yeah, fuck, does anyone have any niche wood? Say someone was to train fire making. They're like, fuck, I don't have any logs. And then you could go in and check the clan looting bag and there's just so much logs in there. There needs to be a reason to go here that isn't to be better at the game. That's why I don't like the idea of a portal nexus. You could put a portal nexus in there that helps you teleport around the map, but I don't want people going there for to play the game more efficiently. I want people to be going there purely because it's fun to go there. Picture this. With everything we've gone through today, imagine you walk into the clan hall, out the front there's this huge bonfire, and then you see Jerry from the CC just chopping trees because he's got nothing better to do, and he wants to make the bonfire bigger, and then Timmy and Samantha are just sitting there having a chat, looking at our amazing bonfire that's 10 times bigger than every other CC's, and then you open the doors and walk into this main hall, and there's your fucking clan symbol on the wall, there's a dude sitting there doing the dishes because someone didn't do the dishes from our clan event last night. There's like 2 guys playing chess and Battleship in the corner. Fucking John is having a nap in the bunk bed room. Like all the plants are withering and dying, but there's one plant that we love that's this big, beautiful rose that Ginny every day logs on to fucking water. And like the dog is walking around just getting pats from people and he's got all these flies around him because no one's washed him in the past few days. Like that's my dream for a clan hall, is just a place to hang out, maintain as a group, and have this intrinsic community hub. They're just a few of the ideas they had and daydreaming about what would make this place incredible. I don't know how hard some of that would be to code. Probably very difficult because it's probably like instance based, so the instance would be created when you go there. But I think that my favorite one is definitely watering the plants. Like half the clan's off PKing and then I'm at home fishing, getting them food and watering the plants so they come home to a nice little home. You could have this most extravagant greenhouse that has these incredibly huge plants that you have to water every hour or or else it'll wither down to a smaller variant of the plant. If you have any ideas of what would make a good clan holdout, comment down below. I should also say, I'm working on a musical. So if anyone watching this has any musical talent, please DM me on Discord. Hanannie hashtag 3116. DM me on Discord. If you've got any musical talent you can sing or you want to write, I want to make a musical. I'm reaching out to you guys. I want to be an NPC at the clan hall. As the champion of the clan hall, the person who cares about it the most. That'll be a dream come true. And if the jmod that's working on the clan hall is watching this, just DM me. I will go through so many ideas. I have so many things I can talk through. Anyway, see you guys soon.